Hey everybody, it's me, Danny, and in this video, I'm going to get you started playing the ukulele. It's all on this episode of Everything 101. Let's get to it. Hey guys, I'm excited to get you started playing the ukulele in this episode of Everything 101. You know, ukulele is such a cool instrument. It's fun, and it has gained enormous popularity in the last 5-7 years, something like that. People everywhere are learning to play the ukulele. They're buying ukuleles, and it's just a really cool instrument. And as being somebody that's been to Hawaii, I love this instrument. It's really cool. And so you can play a lot of great, fun songs on the ukulele, or the uke, as some people call it. So anyway, I want to get you started. First of all, let's talk about the kind of ukulele that you have. This ukulele is not an expensive one. This is actually a 1960 model, and it was purchased in Hawaii by my dad, who was in the U.S. Marine Corps at the time, and he was stationed out in Hawaii. And so I'm playing this one today in homage and tribute to my dad. So you can buy ukuleles for pretty cheap now, and there's several companies that make a wide variety of colors, and it's pretty easy to get a ukulele relatively cheap that you can play and get started on. And so, you can spend hundreds of dollars on one, and there are bigger models that you can buy. It's all good, but get what you're comfortable with. I wouldn't pay too little for a ukulele, because sometimes when you pay, $10 or $15, it's more like a toy than it really is an actual ukulele. But typically ukuleles are going to go around $50, for starter models. But that does vary. You can find them on sale for sometimes $30 or $35, $40. But get one that you're comfortable with, that'll help you get started, and then you can progress and buy a higher model. Okay, now, the thing about the ukulele is it's really cool. It has a great little sound. It's got nylon strings. They're easy to push. Your fingers aren't going to get tired like if you were starting out playing the guitar. Some people, their fingers hurt really bad. Ukulele, you don't have that problem as much. So let's start out by talking about how to hold the ukulele, how to strum it, things like that. So most people are just going to kind of let their arm hold the ukulele itself, and it's not a heavy instrument, so it's not hard to hold while you're playing it. You can let it rest. If you're in a sitting position, you can let it rest on your leg. But a lot of people will just simply hold it like this and let the weight of their arm push against their body and hold it. Now, when you're playing the ukulele with your left hand, you don't want to do like this and grab it, because that's going to restrict you. And when you do like this, you can't move your fingers as well. So put your thumb back here behind it and give yourself some room with your fingers to actually get a little, put your fingers straight up and get a little space there, and it's going to make it easier on you to play. Okay, now strumming. There, you'll see people strum these things in all kinds of different ways. Do what's comfortable for you, because I'm not going to say there's one seriously correct way, but I'm going to show you a couple different ways that people will strum the ukulele. First of all, there's the one finger, the index method, where they just kind of let their hand extend out a little bit, and they use their finger, to strum it. So that's one way, is using your index finger. Another method that you'll see some people use is using basically all three of their fingers. That's another way that you can strum it. Now, you will also see people using their thumb, which is not my favorite. I don't personally feel like I have as much control like that, but you may. So there's three ways that you can strum a ukulele. Now, I have on rare occasions seen people using a guitar pick with a ukulele. If that's your thing, cool, go for it. But you're going to get a very harsh sound unless you're using a very thin guitar pick. You're going to get a really harsh sound when you're hitting that. But you know, like I say, if that's more comfortable to you, then go for it. It's not really the traditional way to play the ukulele, but hey, it's your deal. You know, you're doing this because you want to enjoy it, and so do what's best for you, right? All right. So in this video now, we've already learned how to hold it, strum it. I want to show you some chords. I want to show you 3 chords that are very popular, and these are chords in the key of C. Okay, so I want to teach you 3 chords that get you going, and of course there are going to be many, many more episodes after this, and we're going to build onto our chords, and we're going to learn many more, so you'll be able to play songs and variations. Okay, so the first chord I want to show you is the C chord. Now for the C chord, we're simply just going to take one finger. This is cool because the thing about the ukulele is only 4 strings, so you know you don't have to do a bunch of notes at one time. With some of these chords are very simple, they're very easy to play, and a C chord is just about as simple as it gets. So I'm going to take my 3rd finger, and by the way, this is how we count our fingers. Our index finger is 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then our pinky is finger 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to take my 3rd finger, and I'm going to put it right here on this bottom string down here and on the 3rd fret. Now, by the way, these are called frets, okay? They're just like on a guitar. You got any kind of fretted instrument. In between the lines are called frets, okay? So I'm going to put my finger on the 3rd fret, and I'm going to strum all of them. There's all 3 strumming methods: thumb, finger, all 3 fingers. There gives you a nice little strumming pattern to work on. Okay, so that's a C. That's a C chord. Now the other 2 I want to show you in this video is the F and the G. So the F chord, what I want to do is put my 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string from the bottom. 1, 2, right there. Okay, and I'm going to put my finger on the 1st fret, and then I'm going to take my 2nd finger and I'm going to go to the 2nd fret on the top string right here. Okay, and I'm going to strum all 4. All right. And now the 3rd chord I want to show you is a G chord. And it's going to be like this. It's a triangle formation. If you're a guitar player, it's like a D chord, but if you're not, it's no problem. I'm going to take my 2nd finger and I'm going to put it on the 2nd fret on this bottom string down at the very bottom here, okay? And then I'm going to take my 1st finger and I'm going to put it on the 2nd fret also, but 2 strings higher, right there, okay? And now I'm going to take my 3rd finger and I'm going to put it in the middle, in between those, on the 3rd fret. And I get this. All right, now I've got 3 chords down. Let's go back through those again. First of all, the C chord is just simply 1 finger. Now, the F chord. And now the G chord. Okay, now let's try all 3 of those again in a strumming pattern. Now you want to try to get used to going back and forth between those first. Okay, just practice going back and forth between those. And then start with a slow strumming pattern, okay? Okay, and when you're ready, go to the F. Back to the C. Now G. And C. All right. Now that gets you started strumming the ukulele. Again, go over training your brain to go back and forth between those 3 chords. Once you get that, start adding the strumming in, nice and slow, at a slow tempo, and then start to speed it up. All right, guys, so that's it for this episode. And, strum those chords. Now, I'll be teaching you a whole lot more chords in future episodes. And just keep practicing, because, the more you practice, the better you're going to feel, the more comfortable you're going to feel. That's it for this episode. I'll see you on the next episode of Everything 101. See you soon.